OWN. We are LIVE tonight. How you all doing tonight? I mean, it seems like it's like 8 or 9 o'clock at night, but it's not. Crazy. It's that time of the year. So get what you need to get and get in early. Because it just may be get out of town before sundown messing with Trump. But needless to say, the sun is down and I'm still HERE. I tell you, before we get started with today's topics, I want to warn you all if you're traveling to Haiti somewhere, okay? If you're traveling to Haiti, they have suspended U.S. air travel, U.S. airlines from traveling to Haiti for 30 days. Why is that, Mo? Because you have people who have shot at the Haitians have shot at 3 U.S. airplanes, American Airlines, JetBlue, and Spirit, okay? Ironically, I was sort of surprised when I started researching how far is Haiti from Miami. And it's like 700 miles. On a plane ride, that would be like 3 hours. Driving, from my experience, being on the road, 700 miles, it's like 12 hours, 11 to 12 hours, something like that. I'm just saying. So if you got relatives over there in Haiti, expect not to see them for another 30 days. I'm just saying, okay? And if you got a ticket, I'm sure more than likely that the airlines would accommodate you for, rebooking your ticket, seeing that it wasn't your fault and everything. You didn't miss your flight. The U.S. suspended flights to Haiti. And they should. They should. But what Haiti is doing is helping their economy even worsen further. Most of Haiti money, a lot of Haiti money comes from their tourism or traveling back and forth to Haiti. But according to Haiti reports, it hasn't caused any discrepancy in their airline business, and they haven't really lost any money, okay? But you know how that go. To be aware is to be alive. And to be alive is to fly somewhere safe, where planes are not being shot at, okay? But Donald Trump, the other day, maybe 2 days ago, 3 days ago, I did a live, and it started off with Donald Trump's revenge. So if you haven't went and watched that live, it's the second live under this one, okay? If you haven't checked out that live, by all means, go check out that live. Get some of that good information. These Donald Trump policies, man, it's real serious. Especially if you look like me, okay? Donald Trump has a plan for urban assault. Why do I say that, Mo? Have you seen or heard him on video, like I've heard him on video, mention some of the policies that he's going to enact, like on his first day on office? It's crazy. Hey, for you gang members that's out there, especially if you live in urban areas, stop gang banging. Because he's getting rid of you, taking you straight to jail. Taking you straight to jail. I'm just saying. I did not know when I did that live a couple of days ago that Donald Trump says that he will, he's going to try to get the death penalty for all drug sellers and gang members. How many of those people do you know personally? Who gang bangs? I mean, if you're going after gang members, well, you may have to come after the police as well. Seeing that they're the biggest gang. Hey, do you see how many police cars gang up on you during a traffic stop? It's just you, and you have 3, 4 gang of policemen approaching you for a traffic stop. I'm just saying. But for most people that are in gangs, they live in urban areas. Yeah, they live in urban areas. You know, like here in Chicago, we got conservative vice lords. We got insane vice lords. All type of vice lords, unknown vice lords. Black Stones, BDs, GDs, okay? Breeds, okay? Latin Kings, Spanish Cobras, MLDs, Latin Jivers. I'm just saying. Remember back in the day we had Harrison Gents and Imperial Gangsters? Crazy, okay? Not to mention those Spanish lords and Spanish kings. However, GBO, YBO, PVRs, a lot of people are going to jail. According to Donald Trump said, we're taking the streets back. We're taking the streets back. So you have to ask yourself, who's mainly in the streets? I'm just saying. Now, if you go to Portland, Oregon, that's a different story. When you go to Portland, Oregon, you will see some crazy things, okay? And even that town, besides all of these big cities and these gangbangers, Donald Trump said that the homeless people got something to worry about too. Huh? They have already been taking people to jail in certain states just for being homeless. Arizona is a perfect example. And there are many more. Look at the state of California, where you have almost 186,000 homeless people just in that state alone. What do he plan to do with those people? It's either jail or put them in tent cities. How does that work with doctors and social workers? You got me in a tent, I'm already seeing a social worker at the public aid office, okay? The assault, the urban assault that's going to take place here in America. This is what Donald Trump said out his mouth. I don't understand, how people that look like me could possibly think that he had anything in your favor. Not saying that Kamala Harris did either. Obviously, she didn't. She let all of these criminals in the country. I'm not bashing Donald Trump because he won. And according to the AP, Associated Press, did you all see that map of how many states that he won? He won almost like 30 states. That was a lot of red to cover, okay? He won almost 30 states. Damn. It's all red. The blue almost got wiped out. Even in Alaska, even all the way in Alaska, all red. But you gangbangers, all of the gangs that I've mentioned, you Bloods and you Crips and you non-trade gangs in New York and California, hey, get ready to close shop. Get ready to close shop. Your days are over with. It's finished. My suggestion to you is that if you're a black man in America, when this man takes office January 20th and he's inaugurated, don't be caught doing nothing wrong. Don't be caught doing nothing wrong. And I said that in my last video. Don't get caught doing nothing wrong. Because the police, according to Donald Trump, he's bringing back the stop and frisk. Yeah. You know how you all be having all of those guns all down your leg? Like looking like broomsticks. Those automatic weapons, switches. Uh-huh. All that it's coming back now. How you all gonna get away when the police is just gonna roll up on you and like stop and frisk you? Do y'all even know what stop and frisk is? I do. I remember when I was studying criminal justice. And we had to do some paper on the stop and frisk, which took me to the ultimate classic example of Terry versus Ohio. Now, in Terry versus Ohio, who is that? Who is that out there? Trump, baby, Trump, baby. Okay, Trump. Hey, it is what it is. We're gonna get all to that. But the stop and frisk, 1968, Cleveland, Ohio. Okay, Mr. Terry, according to the case, what's on case records? You can just Google it and look it up. Okay, you don't have to be a lawyer to look this stuff up. But he was walking past. He got out the car. Whom he was in a car with another gentleman. He was walking down the street, looked inside of a store like he was casing the joint, kept walking and then returned to the car. Then when he returned to the car, the guy who he was in the car with got out the car and did the same thing that he did. Got out the car, looked in the little window of the business established, walked a little bit and came back. Then a third guy did the same thing. He wasn't in the car with him, according to the case of what I studied. But it was like 3 of them cats casing the same joint. And the police did what? He saw something looking suspicious, okay? He saw something looking suspicious. So he stopped them and frisked them. And come to find out, they come up with 2 pistols. I'm just saying. According to the case. Which gives them probable cause if you look like you're going to do a crime, or if you're in the process of committing a crime, or if they think that you've already committed a crime, they're going to stop and frisk you. That means that a lot of good black men in America is going to get stopped and frisked for nothing, seeing that we always fit the description. We always fit this description of some crime, some robbery, something ungodly, okay? However, Donald Trump may be working to remove censorship from social media and remove the feds from taking your videos down that don't agree with the agenda. But see, there's a side effect to that. And that is your constitutional right. Unlawful search and seizures, right? But that's the play. That's the play. And it's like they have degraded or going to degrade your constitutional right to unreasonable search and seizure to stop and frisk, because it's up to the police if they want to frisk you or not. But how many times have you been stopped and did nothing just because of this here? And believe it or not, this stop and frisk could possibly be one of the reasons that racial profiling ever really began, so to say. I'm just saying, in modern time, okay? In modern time. Think about that. You could be coming out of a store with a bag. Cops can pull you over at their discretion because you fit the description of a hamburger joint that just got robbed, even though you just left the store here. I'm just saying. So, on the flip side of that, police officers, they fit the description as well, fitting the description of always being on nonsense, racial profiling. Like I said in my last video, I've heard police commanders, especially when I stayed in the city of New York. The commander told his police officer, just go and arrest people. Just go and arrest people. And they don't even have to read you no Miranda rights at all. Because Miranda rights is not a right within itself. I'm just saying. It's not a right in itself, but it helps protect your constitutional rights, even though Donald Trump is about to violate those, according to his own words, when he gets into office, of what he wants to do. Damn. Hey, stop and frisk may be a good thing, but it's going to be a bad thing. A lot of good people are going to end up in bad situations. But he said he wants the streets back, even at the cost of good citizens. Even at the cost of good citizens. I want to thank everybody that's in the chat room. I want to thank everybody that's in the chat room, even though you might be a troll, okay? I don't know who you are, but I want to thank you. And they said what? Whatever your questions is, I can't even see them right now, okay? I got this lighting coming down, which is distorting my vision from reading what's going on. But I do thank you. I don't know what you're saying. You can be saying some foul stuff. But if it's foul, I'm glad that I can't read what you're saying right now, so I don't have any reaction to it. However, I do thank you for being in the chat room, okay? Huh? Gang members, gang bangers. How many of y'all got family members that gang bang? How many of y'all got family members that sell drugs to just get by? Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you live in the hood, okay? If you live in the hood, you know what I'm talking about. Even though you have those section of people who are of a white collar status that's still selling drugs, okay? Even Big Pharma, they the biggest drug dealers on the planet. Okay, he can't put them in jail. But for all of you street hustlers, that's over with. That's over with. So while you think you're going to be walking around with all these ratchets and whatnot, no, you're not. No, you're not. In fact, about it, it could curb you from coming outside, which would probably help prevent a crime. You know, you want to go outside with the switch, or you want to go to jail, because that's what's going to happen. It don't take rocket science to figure that out, okay? You don't need that to figure that out. You want to go outside with the switch, or you want to go to jail? You want to sell a bag of crack, or you really want to go to jail? And even though he may not be able to impose the death penalty, trust me, they're going to max you out in court, where it's going to feel like, you know what I'm saying, you got the death penalty giving you football numbers, okay? Hey, not only is the assault on gang members, on drug sellers, homeless people, and the mentally ill, okay? Did you all see what happened in Arizona a couple of weeks ago? When the Arizona police jumped and beat this black man? If y'all haven't seen the video, go see the video. And just what happens, that's a red state too. All red, okay? But the black man didn't do anything. In fact, about it, when the police was talking to him, he couldn't hear him because he was deaf. And they jumped on the man, okay? They jumped on the man. Stop and frisk. The man didn't, he couldn't hear you. But you start attacking him, what do you expect him to do? I'm just saying, they don't care if you can't hear. They don't care if you can't speak and you got to do sign language. They may think you throwing up a gang sign or something, or say, you know, saying screw them or something. Whatever sign you got to throw up, they may think you're being funny. They're not concerned about your mental health condition. They not. He said he's gonna have the biggest deportation ever with the immigrants. Huh? How many millions and millions of immigrants that have come into this country since the Joe Biden administration? Let's say 10 million, okay? Do you know how much money that's gonna take? They flew him in here though, right? Somebody paid for that. Somebody paid for them to be housed. Somebody pays for them to be bussed. So, yeah, there's a great possibility that he can make that happen. And he should. I give him that. And he should. That's a no-brainer. You know? But getting back to your amendments, I believe it's the 6th Amendment, okay? Unreasonable search and seizures. The Terry stop. What are you going to do about that? How are you going to defeat that? In court. Huh? If you've never studied law, by all means, now is the time for you to have a semester or so of law. And I'm just talking about common law in the states where you live at, because laws are different in every state. Okay? But by all means, study law. People say, I know my rights. Shit. From the looks of it, you ain't got none. Okay? I'm for real. And this is what the American people are going to go through, especially if you look like me. It's going to get crazy in these streets, meaning that people just going to jail. And if you're dumb enough to be outside with a switch, okay, or one of those broomsticks all the way down your leg, and you know you ain't got no license, and you know you out here gangbanging, you deserve to go to jail, okay? Because that just means you're plain stupid. Did these black people who voted for him knew this here? Did they know what his plans were? He talked about investigating racism in the police station in Illinois, Chicago, LA, and San Francisco. Damn, did he forget about Alabama? Damn, did he forget about Mississippi? Damn, did he forget about Arizona? Damn, did he forget about North Carolina? Damn, did he forget about South Carolina, Florida, Georgia? Nope. He didn't forget about it. Because they with the program too. Like I said, 30 states. 30 states. Damn. What does that mean for you? That means you can go anywhere in the country. And many people like to travel in the country by driving. Sometimes it may come out ugly if you're driving at night. I'm just saying. It may be ugly if you're driving at night. Whomever you decide to pray to, whatever God you think that you believe in, whatever God you think you know, you may need to do some praying, okay? Like I said, some of these tactics, his tactics may clean up the streets. But however, it's going to put a lot of people in jail. They're going to fill up the jails. They're going to fill up the jails. He's going to try with the censorship thing, like I said, the censorship thing for YouTube and Facebook and all of that stuff. He may be successful and he may not be successful with that. However, because the Fed's going to be watching him. Even he's going to be wiretapped. I'm just saying. Hey, that's just keeping it a buck. You understand what I'm saying? Here it is. Here it is. You have all these mentally ill people. They closed all the insane asylums just about, right? So you got crazy people walking the street. Police don't care about you being crazy. They don't. They don't care about your mental health. Hey, they just arrested a man, the police did. He just came, where he come from? Just came out of the store from the doctor's office. Had pills in his hand, in the bag or whatever. And you know what they did? They dragged him down to the ground, body slammed the old man. He was like 68 years old, something like that, in his 60s, okay? Yeah. How about when you need help? Like they did that other young black man. Now, he did something dumb, okay? I think he had swallowed some cocaine or something like that. And he swallowed a lot of it because the police was behind him. And you know what he did? He was telling the police that he needed an ambulance. He needed an ambulance. Help, help, help. He's kicking all over the video. You can see it. Please, please give me an ambulance. You know what they did? They laid him down on the ground and trying to talk to him versus requesting an ambulance. They feel or felt as if he was dumb enough to buy those damn drugs and he ate all those drugs and consumed them, let the nigga die, okay? Let the nigga die, okay? Ironically, he got a mother that's a white lady, okay? His mama is a white lady. Yeah, y'all know that boy I'm talking about. And this just happened, what, a couple of months ago. But the police let him die there. When he asked, he kept asking and begging. And they just kept, we're not going to talk to you, seeing that you being erratic right now. And you're yelling at us, but he's yelling at them to get him some help because he's going to die. And when he finally did get to the hospital and dead, do you know what the white shirt said, who was there at the scene of the police? He said that when most people say they're going to die, they're going to die. So the man is telling you that he's going to die, and you're not going to provide no help for him, despite the fact that the only crime that he committed was bought some drugs, illegal drugs, and swallowed them before you can catch him with it. So seeing that you can't or did not catch him with it, you just let the man die. It's a cold game out here, you all. It's a cold game. Speaking of police, those two police that murdered that black man in Ohio, they got charged. But they only had a $25,000 bond. Like, huh? Justice where? Has there any been justice for you in a courtroom in America? Maybe sometimes there have, but very seldom. You know, if it's a misdemeanor or something, you know, even on your first felony offense, you may get off on probation and stuff like that. Betting on your life, betting that you'll mess up. And a lot of people mess up. It's a bet on your life. It's a gamble on your life. And a lot of people lose. A lot of people lose because they continue to go out there and do dumb stuff. We have that. A lot of those cases right here in Chicago. All over. You see people on pre-trial release. What do? They go murder somebody else. They go shoot somebody else. They go rob somebody else. I'm just saying. So maybe Trump tactics may help you from being killed on the street. I'm just saying. Everybody talking about Trump is a racist. Everybody talking about how he's a racist and how he's a Nazi. We're gonna get to that in a minute. How he's with Hitler. You know, and even I said that the man may sleep with a Mein Kampf book right next to his bed. Gonna have it in Oval Office for sure, okay? But needless to say, for all of these people out here with these guns talking about stop and frisk, most people that kill you that look like me, they not racist people. They somebody that look like me. Or if you are Puerto Rican or Mexican and you live in a Humboldt Park area, okay? Most of those people that's shooting Puerto Ricans, what they call Latinos, that's a whole nother story with the Latino because it's all technical. But anyway, right? For those people that's over there in those communities, most people that's killing each other over there, it's Puerto Ricans or Latinos or Mexicans. I'm just saying. And that's sad. Now, you have some racist people that may be like, sort of, ill-figured, with you mentally. If you come to their business establishment or they see you on the street or they may say something slurish to you. But most of them not going to kill you. Most of them not going to kill you. It's going to be somebody that look like you, somebody that you know. Most of the time. I mean, just do murder cases, okay? and look at the victim and look at the culprit. I'm just saying. Hey, you want the police to respect you? You're going to have to show yourself some respect. That's just 100, keeping it a buck without being racist or prejudiced. I mean, black people can't be racist, no way, I'm just saying. If you really know what racist is, okay? If we're racist against our own selves. Huh? Think about that now. Now think about that, okay? Donald Trump may be a Nazi. Hell, there was some Nazis right over there in Michigan, right near Detroit, at that play. What's that play? Annie what? Annie Frank? Outside the theater, according to the reports, they said it was like 75 people that was in that building looking at the play. And 60 of them were scared to go outside. 60 of them were scared to go outside because you had these Nazis outside waving a flag, just waving a flag, Nazi time with 1488 inscripted across their mask. And if you all don't know what 1488 is, that is a symbol for white supremacy. Woo! I'm just saying, y'all stop playing. Now, if y'all don't know who Annie Frank is, she was a young Jewish girl. Her and 7 other people, it was a total of 8 of them, that was hiding out in the attic of her father's office. And they hid that for 2 years from the Nazis. From the Nazis. Yeah, white people killing white people. I'm just saying. So it's just not black on black crime now. They'll kill their own. I'm just saying. Sometimes you have to look at it from an unbiased standpoint. You have to if you want to be fair about the situation and look at where things are at this present moment, meaning the society in which we're living in, okay? It's not going to be all that great. I mean, it's not all that great right now, but it's better than a lot of countries. And like I said, I love this country. I find this country to be one of the best countries on the planet, okay? And I've been to a couple of countries. This is just one of them. And they racist over there too. So don't think you run into Canada if you look black and think you're going to have a... and think you're going to have a different outcome. You understand? You may find yourself, what? Disappointed. It's crazy. Anti-Semitism. So let's see. Now, the Jews is going to move on this. They're going to move on that immediately. We just had the racist text to the black women across the country. And they say that the VPN number traced back to somebody in Poland. Come on. I told you they weren't going to come up with nobody. I told you they weren't going to come up with nobody. They're going to say it traces all the way back to Poland. What they going to do to them? Nothing. But we're going to see what happens over here in this section where you just had this Annie Frank tragedy. Some people call it a tragedy, especially the Jewish community. They call it a tragedy because they still feel that they got to run from the Nazis. Hell, some people say Trump is a Nazi. Do you think Trump is a Nazi? Hey, you take your choice. He's a Nazi or he's a racist, you know what I'm saying? But we all know who he is. He tells you who he is. He tells you who he is. And you still have people who look like me that didn't even have, I guess it was 20 states and we got 50 states. I mean, you don't have to look at that map. How did Trump win? Some people say that the election was rigged. Some people say that the election was rigged. Do you think it was rigged? Yeah, you know. However, just from my educated guess, without having any biasism, I feel that the citizens of this country wanted change, okay? They did not want Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, Democrat administration. They didn't want them no more. So a change had to come about. Some kind of way, right? What you saying there? I really can't see you. I really wish that I could see those comments down there, but I can't because of my lighting situation. And like I said, maybe it's a good thing that I can't see. But it's not that I'm ignoring you. It's because I can't really see what you're saying. Yeah, I can read without my glasses. But the country what? Hey, man. Country's in trouble, man. Like I say, he may have some good tactics, but there's some bad tactics as well. He may try to, like I say, institute something on the First Amendment, okay? But he sacrifices your Sixth Amendment for the First Amendment. So you still lose. You understand what I'm saying? You still lose. Now, there's a lot of homeless people on the street across America that's all different shades in the crayon box. And we're all in trouble, okay? What is a tent city? Can anybody explain that to me? You know, is that like they have those, you know, those illegals, you know, over there in Texas, you know, when they have them in those detention centers, would that be like a tent city? I'm just trying to figure it out. I mean, I'm sure they had doctors in those tents, in those, you know, those detention camps. I'm sure they had, I don't know if they had social workers, but I'm sure they had some docs on hand, okay? But needless to say, you know, I agree with him on expelling the drug cartel. And I think that is, he's going to invoke the Alien Enemy Act, 1978. So if you all are not familiar with the Alien Enemy Act, 1978, you may want to look that up as well. For all of you people who got relatives that's trying to get over to this country and get caught, he's going to defund, you know, the school and universities. So you may not get that, you know, that, you know, that loan, you know, the school loan. You may not get that. You may have not to fill out a FAFSA form this year. I'm just saying, right? This man's going to wreak havoc. He's going to gut that. He's talking about not giving federal money to nonprofit organizations. I'm just saying. Yeah. It's going to be crazy out here. Like I say, I didn't vote for nobody. Because I know the politicians, all of them are criminals. All of the politicians are criminals. I don't care who they is. If you run a country, chances are you are a criminal. Because you have to do criminal things to stay on top or to get on top. You got to step on a lot of toes and you got to do a lot of things that you necessarily probably wouldn't do. Just ask some of those aldermen that's here in Chicago. Ask some of the mayors from the city of Chicago, you know, just ask the Daley family. I'm just saying, some of you all may be too young to know the Richard Daley family and everything. That gangster, the Chicago mayor slot for decades and decades. Even his son became, Junior was the mayor too. Yeah, Richard Daley Jr. His father was first, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you all better get ready. Get ready for havoc. Get ready for reconstruction. Get ready for reconstruction. That's the name of the game today. So it would be best for you, it'd be best for you to make a plan. Have a plan of how not to get caught in these streets. Have a plan so you may not have to sell drugs, have a plan or make a plan where you don't have to come outside with the switches and the ratchets all down your leg like a broomstick. Because the police are going to be on you. Because the police is going to be on your ass, okay? Like they're on Lil Durk right now. I'm just saying, that's a lot of heat, okay? That's a lot of mad heat for you. Hey, so, do you think that a lot of more racial profiling is going to move back into play? Because it seems like it has simmered down just a little. But I tell you, when August 20th get here, start preparing right now. Hey, don't spend that Christmas money. You might need that for bond money, but when you're in Illinois, there ain't no more bond. So ain't no more bond in Illinois. No cash bail. So you may not need that Christmas money for bail money, okay? However, the only thing that we as people in America can do is have hope. Have hope that we can get it right. Not that the politicians can get it right for us, but that we can get it right as people who have to live in this world, in this city, in this country together. We have to. I don't care if you is a Nazi or if you're a skinhead or, 1488, Klansman. Hey, we all have to live here, man. We all have to live here. And people are really not scared of you today because people are shooting the police, okay? People are stabbing the police, okay? You just had this police over here in the South Shore area on the 1500 block of East 75th. Got stabbed. Why? Because a victim who had just got stabbed flagged the cops down. And when the cops came to render help to the victim who got stabbed, the culprit, the offender, as he was trying to get arrested, because he was trying to get arrested because he stabbed somebody. But when the police tried to arrest him, the police got stabbed. I'm just saying. So it's not looking good for us, meaning the people that's on the bottom of the pole. It's not looking good for us, but it's not looking good for them either, because people are not afraid to die today. People don't have no hope already. They can't afford the rent. They're already out on the street. They may go to jail for being homeless. And that's crazy. You can't even feed people in the street. Like if you want to do a godly act to feed, the homeless people, like pull up in a truck and feed them, you'll go to jail. Where is God at in that? Where is Allah at in that? Where's Jehovah in that? Where's Yahweh in that? Where's Jesus Christ in that? Nowhere to be found. That's where they at, okay? So y'all think about that. And this is just doing some simple equations, some simple math. It's just simplicity. And ain't no religion gonna get you out of it, okay? Ain't no religion gonna get you out of it. You better believe it. Donald Trump is gonna be at work. I say that Donald Trump is going to work. Not that he's going to work, but he's going to work. Hey, there is a barrage of tricks that he's going to pull out. A barrage of them. There's a barrage of tricks that the police are going to pull out. There's a barrage of tricks that's going to be placed on the poor. Why can't, he just say he's going to assault the poor, okay? Because that's most of the people that's in jail anyway, the poor. I'm just saying. I'm not going to keep y'all long, but I'm going to get out of here right. I got something to do. But for those of you that is in that chat room right now, let me see. I'm going to try to read this here. So I have to move the camera and everything. Oh, I appreciate that. Somebody said that I'm speaking wisdom. I appreciate that. That is one of the best comments that I've ever received from anybody. That's 100. So I tip my hat to you for that, okay? I tip my hat to you for that, and I want to thank you. I give you a super thanks for tuning in tonight. And by all means, if you can, go over to the live section of this page and watch the second video from the top. Well, I talked about Donald Trump's revenge. If you haven't seen that yet, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your co-workers, anyone that you come in contact with. And if you are the police, I'm sure y'all have already saw it. I mean, I think everybody should really see it. I'm not saying nothing bad. I'm not saying nothing wrong. It's absolute facts and truth about what's happening. We don't need no fake speeches. We don't need no entertainment. We need to feed the people truth. Okay? Even if y'all say I'm wrong. Your president may give me an opportunity to let my voice just speak versus being hindered. Freedom of speech. Now, if you got freedom of speech already, but their policies and their Fed's involvement trying to silence you, isn't your First Amendment already infringed upon? But you got rights. And every day they show you that you don't have none. Every day they try to show you that you don't have none. You know how Uncle Sam say, I want you, okay? They're going to get a lot of people, okay? They are going to get a lot of people. I think that they should reenact, do you want to go to jail or do you want to go to the military? I think they should reenact that policy, okay? What do you think? You want to go to jail or you want to go to the military? Yeah, depending upon, if this is your first time and the extent of the crime that you are allegedly supposed to be committing. I'm just saying. But either way, you all leave your comments in the comment section. It's highly appreciated. And if you haven't been to my other channel, MOPOWERZ, here on YOUTUBE, by all means, go check out those uploads of audio series, books that I've placed up there for you to put some meat on your head, okay? And go over to the live section as well. And some of those things that we did in the live section of that, I may have to remix it and do some, I got to do some work to that, like revamp it with images and pictures and all of that, because there's a lot of good stuff is over there, but it don't seem like a lot of people are over there viewing it. So if you haven't viewed that channel as well, MOPOWERZ, if you like wisdom, if you're into history, some traveling down further at the bottom of the page, but it's more about a knowledge of self and historical page. So if you're into that, go over there and check that out. And if you're into hip hop, rap, R&B, spoken word, Chicago independent movies, go over to my other channel, the entertainment channel, THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, here on YOUTUBE. And once again, I want to thank you all for being in that chat room. I really appreciate it. And I'm glad when I did move the camera that was the first chat reaction that I saw when someone said that I was speaking wisdom. I really tip my hat to you. Thanks you all. Thanks for viewing. Peace out. Never give up on your DREAMS and share the information. See you tomorrow.